There's something to be said about a Corvette with 4 oval taillights, am I right? Then there's also something to be said about the latest and greatest C8 style. But if you've got a C7, I guess then you're just really stuck in the middle. Well, it's time to do something about that. So long as the rear end of your Vette is the only thing that everybody sees as you fly by, it might as well look as good as it sounds, right? Our new C8-Style XB LED taillights for the C7 Corvette hit the nail right on the head when it comes to quality, performance, and a modernized look. Guys, these are a direct bolt-on upgrade for all Corvettes from 2014 to 2019. Everything is completely plug and play. These taillights use all of these stock mounting points, include brand new gloss black trim pieces, and they shouldn't take more than an hour or two to install. All right, we're installing the taillights on the C7 Corvette today. So the first thing we're gonna do is raise the rear hatch of the car. Starting at one end and working your way across, pull the rear hatch weather stripping forward, releasing the clips securing it as you go. Using a T15 Torx driver, remove the 10 T15 Torx screws that secure the top of the bumper to the car underneath the weather stripping. Remove the two 10mm bolts from above the exhaust tips. You're going to need to use an extension to reach them. Then, remove this 5 7mm bolts on the bottom corner of the bumper cover. Remove the splash guard from behind the rear wheels by using a trim removal tool and prying forward, releasing the 5 clips that secure it. From there, you can also remove the 2 T15 Torx screws from behind the rear wheel that were underneath the splash cover. Insert a small hooked pick onto the vents on the lower corner of the taillight bezel and slowly but firmly pull out until the plastic tab securing the corner release. Then, use a trim removal tool to work your way around the bezel to release the rest of the tabs securing it. Be ready for the bezel to come off the car once all the tabs have been released. Remove the 7mm or T15 Torx screw depending on your car, bumper cover bolt that is behind the taillight bezel. Repeat these steps on the opposite side of your car. And then grab onto the rear bumper cover at the top corner and the front edge behind the wheel and pull it back to release it from the vehicle. Do this on both sides, of course. With the sides of the bumper released, lean the bumper away from the vehicle. There are 2 connectors behind the bumper cover. One for the rear lights and one for the rear parking sensors. Disconnect both of these connectors. On the inside of the bumper cover, locate the manual hatch release shown here. With a trim removal tool, pry the harness clip above it loose. Pry the hatch release connector and disconnect it. With the hatch release connector removed, the hatch release can slide out and be removed. Pull the rear bumper cover fully off the car and set it face down on a padded stand or a soft surface to prevent damaging the paint. And then you can disconnect the taillight plug on each of the taillights. To remove the taillight housing, remove the 4 7mm bolts securing each taillight to the bumper cover and remove the taillight assemblies. If you're going to do the backup boost bar install along with your taillights, you can use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove the license plate frame hardware. You'll drill a 5/16 inch hole on the rear bumper cover, making sure that the backside of where you're drilling is clear. Pass the boost bar wiring through the hole you just drilled and insert the grommet on the boost bar wire into the hole. And place the backup boost bar over the license plate on top and reinstall the license plate screws. It's that easy. From here, route the boost bar wiring up inside the bumper cover over to the right side taillight and secure any loose or excess wiring. Now before you button everything back up, you're going to want to configure your startup sequence and your turn signals according to your personal preference. You can either set these up with a sequential or fade-off turn signal, or you can enable or disable the startup sequence. Again, according to your personal preference. Refer to our PDF install guide to see exactly how this is done. And then bolt the taillight back onto the bumper using the 4 7mm bolts that you removed from the factory light. Route the green and yellow mode selector wires through the included wire holder and install the wire holder onto the outermost taillight mounting tab, as shown here. This will allow you to access the mode selector loops by simply removing the rear taillight bezel in case you ever want to swap them out after installation. Connect the vehicle's taillight connectors to the main connector on the back of each taillight. Connect the boost bar wiring on the right side taillight as well, if you have it installed, of course. Now, while you've got your bumper removed, you can easily install these side markers. It's easy to do by just popping out the old ones with the press clips, unplugging the connector, and connecting the new one. Reassemble the rear end of the car in the reverse order that you disassembled it, and then you can get in the car and test to confirm that all functions are working properly. Again, completely plug and play and takes just a couple minutes. Now, while the parking lights were somewhat problematic on earlier generation Morimoto taillights for the C7, our engineers have completely worked those kinks out on these ones, making them completely plug and play and problem-free, guaranteed. Now, in terms of style, Of course, these things are available with an OEM Plus style red lens, or if you want something a little bit more sleek and neutral, they're also available with a smoke lens, which looks awesome. These C8 style light pipes that dominate each housing act as a low intensity parking light and also a high intensity brake light, both of which illuminate in red. Above that, the reflectors operate as LED turn signals, which can run in either a standard on-off flashing mode or a sequential setup, which is easy to change during the installation. One of those two reflectors doubles as the white reverse light, which is also plug and play with your factory reverse light circuit. Now, while the taillights come standard with powerful LED reverse lights built right into the housing, just wait, there's more, guys. Morimoto's backup boost system allows you to plug and play with the optional LED reverse light, which mounts to the top of your license plate frame and provides an extra 2,700 lumens of controlled light output when backing up. Oh yeah, you know Morimoto customers like to see where they're going, no matter the direction. Here at Morimoto, we pride ourselves on offering stylish, high performance, and safe products for serious enthusiasts, which is why all of our products are verified by trusted third-party labs for compliance and are backed with an industry-leading 5-year warranty. As part of our product launch to help C7 owners completely change the game in the lighting department, these brand new taillights are available now. If you guys are also looking for an awesome new headlight setup that also mimics that brand new C8 style, check out the new headlights. We've got a completely different video going over those, as well as our smoke side markers, which are an easy turnkey upgrade that is a no-brainer if you guys are already in there upgrading the taillights or the headlights on your car. Guys, these things are available now. Check them out.